Hey, since I'm live, so um, I think Joe's gonna join me. He'll probably come on in here in a little bit. He was getting him some pizza, I think. Oh, my question today is, what is wrong with America? Okay, we of course had an assassination attempt on what happened. What happened? There, I'm back again. I don't know what's going on with my internet. This is not good. Um, Joe said he'd be there in a minute. Okay. Of course, we had a assassination attempt on our former ex-president. Um, that probably nobody would really miss, but um, he is the one that has incited violence this whole time. The whole time he's been in politics, he incited violence. But we're not gonna really cover all that today. I wanted to cover today was the first day of the RNC, and I'm sure that was just a fabulous get together of some of Republicans' best. And I have a little clip of that. And Trump announced his vice president pick, J.D. Vance, who might be one of the few people who is almost as horrible of a person as Trump. And of course, they make a good pair, though. But I really actually like the J.D. Vance pairing for the election. I think he would have been better off if he had picked Nikki Haley, maybe. I think it would have helped bring in other Republicans that are kind of standoffish on Trump. Um, so that's what I wanted to just talk about that. Um, you know, it's just, and then I've got a little video me and Joe looked at about YouTubers. How much danger are we going to be in if Trump does win? Those of us who are on the atheist community and the anti-Trump rhetoric, which how much danger are we going to be in? And also, well, I'll wait till Joe gets in here. He said he was coming in just a minute. I think he's got the. I'm not seeing any comments, so I don't guess there's anybody out there. I don't see anybody. Um, I know it's a weird time of day to go live, but I just got a computer fixed and I really don't know what to do with myself. I've been at the milk plant all night and I'm wore out, but I just needed to get this off my chest. I think we'll go ahead and maybe watch this. If you give me a minute, I'll go ahead and get this on here. Um, let me see. And oh, wait a minute. No. Let's see my playlist. I'm not gonna get this, and now my for some reason my stupid mouse doesn't ever want to work. Okay, playlist. And I had these pulled up to play, and I let them get out of the way. Here we go. Oh, yeah, that was the one I wanted to wait to. Uh, what is this? What is going on? Uh, no. Okay, here we go.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm got everything going crazy. I don't know what I'm so bad at this. Uh, but
That's
I
how
got
you
that
learn,
video
though.
about the YouTube. Yeah, you screw up a lot in front of everybody. Which, lucky for me, there's nobody watching. So, but um, yeah. So they'll see. They'll see. Like, maybe later though. They'll see it. Screwed up. I was. Um, I was gonna. Did you know that he picked JD Vance for the vice president?
Oh, really? That's a surprise.
I think that's bad. Actually, I think that's bad for him. I think that's a
I
bad
do.
pick for
I do
him.
too. I think that's the worst choice he could have made from the
Yeah,
ones
that's
that
good.
he had on the short list.
And and Trump is pretty good. I mean, like he likes worse choices. So, yeah, I think so too. I think he probably would have been better off pick Nikki Haley, but he don't like her no more because she talked about him bad and everything. But I think that
Yeah.
JD Vance is pretty well disliked by a whole lot of people, and he is definitely anti. I mean, they definitely are going with the anti-choice rhetoric. You know, um, I mean, definitely,
Taking away women's rights.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what is going on with my computer. It just all of a sudden changed something. Okay. Oh, and I had a video too. I don't know where if I got on there. There was I wanted you to hear the speech that Tommy Tuberville gave at the Republican National Convention today. It was just a dandy. He's
I bet.
yeah,
Now
he
see
is.
this will actually be a surprise to me because I worked today and I haven't seen anything that's happened yet at the convention. So
Oh,
um,
okay. See, I thought I had it saved up here, but I don't. It's not on here. Um, let me see if I can get it. Yeah, let me see if I can get. So did you mow grass today?
oh yeah, yeah, it's hotter than hell today too.
Yes, yes, it is. Which I spent the night at the milk plant, so it was great, great, great. One thing I want to tell you, um, I think it was the Forbes one here. The I've got on, I watch
Just
the
1 second,
Bulwark
Robin.
a lot. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do it that way. I don't know. I'm not very good at getting this straight here. Let's see. Where's it at? I think maybe this is the one I was watching. Let's see if I can.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Robin.
Huh?
I said sorry about that. I had to dip
Sorry.
out for a second.
I'm trying to see. Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you
I
hear
hear you
me?
fine. Yeah, can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was trying to
Okay.
find where Tommy Tuberville is on this. I had it a while ago and I've lost it now.
Just I would just go
Um,
search YouTube.
well,
It's
that's
probably
what I
on
was
there.
trying to do, but I didn't. I think it's right here. I think it starts after her right here. Maybe.
Nevada,
Now is that on there?
26 delegates.
Madam Secretary, the great state of Nevada proudly casts all of its 26 votes for President Donald J. Trump.
I'm trying to see if I can find him.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Nevada, 26 votes, President Trump.
Yeah, there you go.
It was like at the 40 something minute.
Oklahoma, 43 delegates.
Madam Secretary, I'm Nathan Dahm, Republican Party Chairman of the great state of Oklahoma, the crossroads of our country, and the first state to have a President Donald J. Trump highway. And the
Donald
only state
J.
to have all
Trump
77
highway.
counties vote for President Trump
Yeah.
in 2
That's
elections
something.
with a third
Yeah.
I'll
time
stop
coming
and
up
Celebrate
take a
that.
piss on the side. Someone go stop
The
and take a
state of
piss on the
Oklahoma
side of the
proudly
road.
cast all of its 43 votes
Yeah.
for President Donald
Get a
J.
picture by the
Trump.
sign.
What's make you so mad I can't find it? I just found it by go. Marshall
Pursuant to the
Blackburn spoke.
announcement of the
Everybody,
delegation and the
really wants
rules
to
and
hear what she had
procedures
to
of this
say.
convention,
And
Oklahoma,
there's my dog
43
barking like an
votes,
idiot.
President Trump.
Well,
have to
sometimes
knock-
dogs blow.
West Virginia,
Now I'm not
32
gonna be able to find it.
delegates.
Anyway, he got up there and made this the dumbest speech ever was, And there
Madam
he is, right
Chairman,
there.
on behalf of the
Thanks, I
West
had him
Virginia
right there.
delegation,
Isn't that him?
my name is Patrick Morrissey.
Yeah,
United
Yeah.
States in the past.
Bristol Motor Speedway and all
There's
points in
Tennessee.
between. We proudly cast all 58 of our votes for the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Yay!
There's a bunch of protesters outside.
Oh, I bet.
Pursuant
Biden.
to the announcement of the delegation and rules and procedures of this convention, Tennessee, 58 votes, President Trump. Washington, 43 delegates.
Oh. Somebody's outside and she
Madam Secretary, Washington State,
I thought
The
that was Kid
Evergreen
Rock
State.
there for a minute.
where the people support law enforcement by allowing them to pursue criminals, where the people support families and children by putting into law a Parents' Bill of Rights, where the people reform taxes so that families and young people and small businesses can thrive. Washington State casts all of its 43
About like Arn
votes
Raw with his
for the
dogs
next
going all the
president,
time.
the past president, Donald
You know what?
J.
Yeah, the
Trump.
Arns always having fool with the dogs.
There's worse people you could have something in common with, so that's not bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention,
His dog's always
Washington,
in,
43
in the
votes,
middle of everything.
President Trump.
Yeah.
Alabama,
Here he is.
50 delegates.
Madam Chair, I'm Coach Senator Tommy Tuberville and proud to represent the great state of Alabama, one of the most pro-military and pro-veteran states in the country. Huntsville, Alabama has sent somebody to the moon for the United States in the past. We will do it again in the very near future. We stand for the flag and kneel for God. Madam Chair, we proudly
I guess something.
cast our
To the
50
moon,
delegates for
Alice.
the next president of the
I would
United
like to
States,
send you to
Donald
the moon,
J.
Alice.
Yeah. Hopefully they send him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
He can go up there. He probably
Yeah.
doesn't believe the moon exists.
There's Big Bad Mama. We do have somebody watching, and yeah, or they were.
What is
and
up,
my
Big
dog-
Bad Mama?
I don't know what. Come here, Hope. I don't know if they're watching, but they were signed in just a minute ago at 3:56. So they were lurking. He said he was lurking. He's on vacation somewhere, I think. But what was I going to say?
We want to send Tommy Tuberville to the moon.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'd like to see him a little further than that. I think Mars would probably be, although, Mars, we have people who have been living in a simulation of Mars for over a year. They came out the other day.
We got to make oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We actually are pretty close to sending people to Mars to live. Did you know that?
Yep.
I did not realize that there was that much going on with Mars.
Yeah. We can't send Tommy Tuberville to Mars until we make sure there's no life there. So there's no one for him to be a bigot against.
Well, see, it seems to me that, like he said, that he was most pro-military, it seems to me that there was like a big deal going on last year, something to do with him and the military.
Yeah, he wouldn't let him get paid and wouldn't let him promote anyone
That's right.
because he held back his vote like an asshole.
Yes. When he was holding up the government.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he single-handedly screwed over half the military. I'm sure they love him.
Yes, pro-military. But it's sad though that the ex-military seems to be really kind of indoctrinated into Trump world.
Yeah.
Let me tell you today, I have a Mennonite farmer, and I never have spoke politics. I don't even know. A lot of them don't even vote. So a lot of the Amish and stuff don't vote, and I don't know if this farmer votes of mine.
Yeah.
But somehow we were talking, and we kind of got on the topic of. He asked me about. He doesn't have a TV, so he asked me about Trump's shooting. He said, I heard that Trump got shot, and I said, yeah. And I was kind of not going to say much till anyway. Come to find out, he's not a Trump fan, of course. And he asked me. He said, "What?" He said, "What? Why is he so popular with the evangelical crowd?" And I said, because he doesn't actually represent anything that sounds like Christianity to me. So I was really proud of him. I was so proud of him.
Well, I think that any evangelical that actually, looks at Trump critically would not be able to support him. But I mean, that's our mega churches and the big evangelicals and stuff that support Trump. It's all a money thing. It's all greed and lust for power. It has nothing to do with God. They know Trump don't know shit about God or the Bible. He thinks he's God.
Yeah, this guy said, I hate to judge anybody else's belief or whatever. He said, but Trump doesn't seem like a Christian to me. I said, he couldn't even tell you one Bible verse. When they asked him, he couldn't name one.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, and here
Wait,
and
what-
another
do you prefer the Old Testament or the New Testament?
both both equally.
Equally both. I don't want to talk about it.
He, some more good news is Judge Alan Cannon dismissed Trump's documents case today.
Yeah, I know. It's seen that coming, huh?
I mean, I would like to know how that one woman, one judge, can take the power to prosecute a criminal away from the entire nation.
Yeah.
How's that possible? How do we have that?
Well,
And we haven't even had him in there meddling with stuff yet. No, so it's going to get worse.
yeah, our judicial branch has an unreal amount of power, and they, because she was appointed by the president, a federal judge, they,
But they
I mean,
she has like people over her though, right? I mean, she has like a there's like an appeal court. There's a higher court over her.
oh,
Like
sure, there's the Federal Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court are both over her, but she, so the good thing about what she did is because she dismissed it over Jack Smith being appointed, it can be appealed. Now, had she dismissed it and said, there's no case or whatever, and just dismissed it and said that he didn't break the law, they wouldn't have been able to appeal it. But because she did it that way, it can be overturned, and it will be overturned.
See, I
And a
don't
new judge
understand
will
how
be
she could
appointed.
even do that. I mean, he was indicted, right?
Yeah, yeah, but she's dismissing the case because she says that the indictment wasn't lawful because Jack Smith should have never been appointed as as a special counsel prosecutor. That he didn't have the power to bring charges against Trump. So it all goes back to square one if that was the hold up. But she'll be overturned on this, and I imagine punished, maybe even removed from the bench.
That
But
sounds
it's good. It's a play for time though, because now that they think Trump's going to win, she did that because even though she'll be overturned, way before that happens, if Trump is to win, he'll give himself a pardon, and it'll never have existed.
Yeah.
And with Project 2025, he'll take over the DOJ, and he'll have complete control over it anyway. So all of his charges will disappear.
I mean, everything rests on this election. Everything.
Yeah.
Him being, facing, any kind of, punishment for what he did. January 6th document, or even doing any time on the other case that he's already been convicted on. It all rests on this election. I mean, he that one won't go away, but he's not going to go to jail.
Right.
So,
no.
It's just so crazy. I wake up every day and think this cannot be the America that I live in.
No, I look for the Supreme Court to overturn his conviction in New York.
And then the whole entire Republican Party has just went bonkers. I mean, just so corrupt. I mean, there's just, oh my gosh, it's like they're all in on just, becoming authoritarian, Russian, oligarch, North Korea, whatever they want to be.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go back to JD.
They only care about retaining power.
Yeah, it's kind of sick. I mean, it's just really weird that they just lost their minds. I don't know. Now let's go back to JD Vance. JD Vance is pretty shady guy. He said that he once referred to rape as a inconvenience, or to children who were pregnancies that resulted from sexual assault.
Yeah.
were merely an inconvenience to women, and they should not be allowed to get abortions because just because they were inconvenienced by a sexual assault.
Well,
Yeah.
last I checked, those were illegal acts. They weren't inconveniences.
Oh yeah, I mean,
So,
they in Texas right now, you get more time. They're pushing to try to get the death penalty for people who get abortions.
Trump wants to give the death penalty to drug dealers.
Yeah, Trump wants and he doesn't care about. Well, I will say one thing, but I've never known Trump to be big on drugs. I've never known, or alcohol, maybe. I mean, I'm sure in his day, I have a picture of him in his high heel white go-go boots, and it's I don't have it on right now. I'd love to show it to you. It's like he's got on a pair of go-go boots. They're like coming to his knees, and he's got on like this. He's got on a blazer, but a pair of shorts that match it. Like it's very 70s. You know what I mean? It's just such a 70s disco look. And I'm sure in that day he probably did a little cocaine, but I don't think that he was ever, I don't think he ever had a drug problem. Maybe his kids do, but I think Junior probably does, but we all been there, so we don't knock him too hard for that. I probably wouldn't be alive if Donald Trump had been my dad, because
I think watching DJ TJ is one of the most entertaining things on the internet. That dude is wild. He talks like he's just, I don't know. He's so different every time you see him. He talks different and acts different, and it's a wild thing to watch. And then he says all that crazy stuff, and it would be entertaining if it wasn't what they actually planned to do. But
did you want to announce our stream Thursday while we're on here? Because we probably I probably won't stay on much longer. I know you're going to stream here in a little bit, and you want to get ready and
So Thursday, me and Robin are going to do a show on my channel, The Kentucky Atheist, and I've named the show I think Politicality or something like that for now. And we're going to talk about Project 2025 and some of the things that are going on in the U.S. government, and specifically with this election coming up. And it's going to be more of an informative thing, so we can tell people what's actually in Project 2025, because I feel like a lot of people don't know what it actually says. And it is awful, horrible, authoritarian, fascist horseshit. And I think everybody needs to know what it says. So we're going to do our part in getting that information out there for everybody. And that'll be Thursday at 6 p.m., right, Robin? Is that right?
Yep. 6 your time. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, Eastern time. And I'm planning to try to there's a lot in Project 2025 that even most conservatives won't agree with. I think so too. They want to cut all overtime pay for hours over 40 hours. They want to make mandatory military testing for public school children, but not for private school children. Yeah. And they're even considering mandatory military service, and only the public school children would have to serve mandatory. So things like that. The Social Security, they're wanting to axe it and stuff. So anyway, I plan to have two lists, just a list of what of the things that will bother us the worst, bother most normal people, and then a list of things that will bother even the most conservatives. And I got on the Bulwark today and left a comment that we were planning to. I was going to canvass my area and leave these papers. I'm hoping to have a printable copy in the show Thursday for each one, and so that you can take them around and leave them, on doors. You can print them
Yep.
off, leave them on doors, and that's what I'm planning to do. And I have gotten so many comments on the Bulwark video today about that. Just because I said that, I said my atheist community is planning on doing this. We're gonna and leave these door to door, and I've gotten tons of comments of people saying that is a great idea. I want to do it too. So
and go ahead. Sorry.
Well, it's just the grassroots. You know what I mean? So I think that if we could get the grassroots to catch on, I believe this is the only chance we have of beating Trump right here.
Yeah,
I do. And I think that I got to think about this day too. Since the Trump shooting, have you heard anybody saying anything about Biden needing to step down?
No, that's true.
it unified us in a way. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing with the Trump shooting, though, Robin, that I'm scared of. We had the Project 2025 guy author talking about
but it'll remain bloodless.
Talking about it'll remain bloodless until the left makes it that way. And even though this guy was a registered Republican, I look for them to use this as an excuse to become militant. I look for anyone who speaks out about Donald Trump in the coming months to face violence. And I think that the guy from the lieutenant governor guy from North Carolina that said some people need to die and people on the left need to be killed and all that stuff. I look for some extreme stuff to happen because of this shooting, because that's all they were looking for was a reason, and it doesn't matter who did it; they're going to use it as a reason.
I kind of do too. Now, Trump did get on. I reckon he didn't get on TV, but he did an interview where he made this comment about we need to unify and dial back the rhetoric and blah 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 and all this stuff. Of course, it's bullshit. But the only good thing about that is until this election is over with and a new president is sworn in, Biden has control of the United States military and the National Guard and and pretty much the national networks, you know what I'm saying? And so he still has the power to kind of keep some things from getting too out of hand. Until election's over with anyway, or at least till, I don't know. I'm afraid it's going to be bad, but I think everybody needs to take care of themselves. Make sure you're safe. Where I live, I'm not too worried about it. I mean, I live in a deep Trump area, but I don't live. I don't live in a place where I feel like there's going to be a lot of violence come around. You know what I mean?
I hope not. It's
and
I don't know.
I was driving around my little town today, coming around in my milk truck, and I was noticing. See, our square had just about depleted down to nothing. You know what I mean? It was just shabby looking. And in since Biden took office, there used to be an old motel there with a diner and stuff, and there was a movie theater next door to it. All of that has been redone and is opened back up on the square as a steakhouse, which is a real expensive steakhouse. They have the theater back open showing Jaws, I think is what is on right now. Around our square, our square in Litchfield is just looking awesome. It is just they've cleaned up every building around there, and I keep thinking to myself, how can these people make this circle around here every day and think that our economy is bad?
Yeah,
I mean, I mean, every
Yeah, no,
building
I
in
agree.
our square is a small business that is flourishing right now. And they've all came, almost every one of them have come into business since Biden became president. And they are
Yeah.
hollering around about our economy and blah, blah, blah and stuff. And I mean, and you look around and yeah, our groceries are still a little high, but our business, everything's full. Restaurants are full, and like airports are full. And I've heard the guys on the bulwark say that like the bars inside the lounges inside of airports, they said those are so full that there's not even a place to sit in most time.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know how they come to the conclusion that our economy's bad. I really don't. I just
Well, they're just told it by somebody who's lying to them, and nobody cares to check it themselves. They believe whatever their fascist leaders tell them because they think they're religious figures and things, and so they just repeat it, and it's just not true. There's a couple things they do like that are just completely like about the violence. Violence is down, and they're like, "Oh, it's crazy. The world's falling apart," and it's like everything's going pretty good, really.
Yeah,
and the border, they lie about it too.
Yeah, the house is on fire, but there's no smoke anywhere. It's like, look out for the fire. Where's the fire? It's ridiculous. But just coming around to there, I thought, I mean, it just looks so good from what like 4 years ago, what it did around the square. And these are all new businesses, and they're booming. I mean, that place up there is a real expensive place to eat, I reckon. And it's just full of people every night. Hello, John. How are you? I hate that you're sick. And we're actually getting ready to end this, but Joe is going to be streaming here in just a little bit with our friend Isa Kabir.
Yep.
So I guess you're going to be on your channel, right?
Yeah, we're going to be over on my channel talking a little bit about the Bible. Isa made a comment the other day when we were talking politics that the Old Testament is only meant for the Jews, and that why do we talk about it and make such a big deal about it, because it's not meant for the Gentiles, and why should we care and all that. And
tell the Gentiles that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand, because if Christianity or Islam is true, then Judaism has to be true. And so we're talking about the same God that did the same acts. So if we're supposed to worship and love that God now, let's look at how he acted in the Old Testament. And I think that's a valid point to look at. And he doesn't. He thinks we shouldn't consider anything in the New Testament when talking about Jesus and God.
Well, I mean, I'm all for that. I'm all for flushing the New Testament. I mean, Old Testament.
No, I meant yeah.
But the atheists aren't the people that you need to convince of that.
Right.
I mean, we would like to throw the whole book in the garbage. So, as long as we have Muslims and Christians who think that homosexuality is a sin and women are less, and stuff like that, then I'm sorry. We're dealing with the Old Testament. And as long as they're bragging about their God, it's the same God. That's what I understand is it's supposed to be the same God, right?
Right. Yeah. So let's talk about the character of that God, and the Old Testament is where you find that, because God doesn't do anything in the New Testament. It's just Jesus talking to God all the time.
And that's where the Ten Commandments is, that they want to shove up our butts and put on our school walls and stuff. Those 10 Commandments, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had COVID. Yes, John. I had it last week. Sounds interesting, throwing the garbage. I'm all for it, throwing the garbage. But come back to TKA over to Kentucky Atheist channel here at 5 o'clock. In 30 minutes, about 30 minutes. And Michael, it's good to see you. We're damn near, but we still aren't. We still can do something. So Thursday, join us over on Joe's channel at 6 Central or 6 Eastern. 6 Eastern. Is it
6 Eastern?
6 Eastern, 5 Central.
Yeah.
And we're
Yep.
gonna go through some stuff about the I feel like the Project 2025 is our best chance at defeating Trump. And I feel like that he did not do himself a favor today by picking JD Vance as a
Yeah, that's wild.
running
I can't
mate.
believe he picked him.
And yeah, I can't either. I don't know. I had kind of thought maybe he was going to. You know, birds of a feather flock together, sort of. But he's just about run. Nobody wanted the job. Actually, there was very few people that would probably take it. I mean, he did encourage people to hang the last vice president he had. So it's not exactly probably a job that a lot of people are standing in line for.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I still think it's interesting that he picked him because that would have been who I would have thought would have been his last pick.
Like I said, I don't think he had many choices. Really, I
Yeah.
don't. I mean, he may have asked. We don't know. He may have asked several people before anybody said.
Yeah, that's true. There could be some that just.
It would kind of make you have to like rub your neck a little bit if he asked you. He's like, well, I don't know. We'll see.
But see, Trump's also a vengeful prick too. So like these people who spoke out against him during the primaries and stuff, he made him kiss his ass for months like they were buddies, only to turn around and appoint someone else. That's Trump written all over it, right? I mean, that's how he is.
Yeah. Hey, John, Mike Pence had already actually said that he was not endorsing Trump probably, 3 or 4 months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, he announced.
I don't think he needed to announce it.
Yeah, but he had already announced. I mean, he'd already announced it, but he's just reiterating it. But unfortunately, I never liked Mike Pence. He's a religious nut job and everything. Yeah. But I will say he is a man that has some honor. He refused to participate in an unconstitutional act on January 6th, and he has not groveled back on Trump's coattails since.
That's true. And as much as I disagree with a lot of the things Mike Pence has said, especially on his crazy ass radio show, I do have to give it up to him. He held to his oath, and he refused to steal the election for Trump.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for Mike Pence, we would be in a very different place right now, I imagine.
Yes, there would have been a brawl breakout that day. You know what I mean? I mean, it just would, because it would just throw everything into chaos.
But it's awful sad that the standard is just to do what you're take an oath to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Now
go ahead.
He's not been, Mike Pence, he was Trump's little lapdog the whole time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
He just did whatever Trump told him to do. But since then he's not been, he said that not too long ago, he come out and said that he would not be endorsing Trump. Mike Pence is not. He's one of them people that his religion. He thinks Trump treads on his religion too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He feels like that everything about his faith is Trump violates, and so I guess he's one of the better Christians anyway.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for his view on abortion and stuff like that, and gay people, I probably wouldn't have no trouble with him at all. But I will say, he's a lot better than the hypocrites. So
yeah, for sure. For sure.
We can trust him with our country anyway.
Isn't that crazy that that's where the bar is, Mike Pence?
Yeah, we found out a lot of people that we would have never known. Who we could trust.
Yeah.
Liz Cheney.
Yeah.
Which I added.
I really. And see, that's the thing. I disagree with these people, but I like them. and that's the difference, because although we disagree on things, what the things that they want to do, they do have reasons to do it, even if they're bad reasons. But with MAGA, the things they want to do are all to hurt the American people and our country. Like everything they want to do is against us. But I got to get out of here, Robin. Okay.
All right. Okay. All right.
All right. Thanks for talking to me. I'll see you in a little bit.
I'll see you in a little bit. Bye.
Bye.
All right, well, y'all. I just come on just to do. I'm gonna go watch Joe here in about 29 minutes. So y'all come over there. And yes, Joe. He's made it clear. And the sad thing about it is Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley was like, she talked bad about Trump when she was running still in the primaries against him. She was like, he can't be trusted. He mocked her. He said stuff about her husband serving in the military and everything. And then once the primary was over, she came out and said that she was endorsing Trump. I don't know if these people are scared, and maybe Mike is just not a chicken shit like the rest of them are, but they're scared to step out of line. It seems to be a career-ending moment for you if you go against him, which is one more reason why I did too. I thought she would stand by. I thought, actually, I'm a registered Republican in Kentucky because we don't have Democrats that even run for anything. And so the only thing I can do is vote between which one of the two Republicans I want. Of course, in the general election, I can vote for president. But so I voted for Nikki Haley in the primary, just as a the kind of a protest vote. I was going to vote for one of the other Republicans other than Trump. I knew it wouldn't do no difference because he's going to win here in Kentucky, but she was getting a lot of votes in every state. But she folded. But I mean, I can't forgive her for it. I can't overlook it. I'm sorry. If I had Nikki Haley, if I was in Nikki Haley's situation, I would never have voted. Never. No. I'd be out every day speaking out against him. And leave the country if he won an election, because at least she can. She probably has the money too. I know, we can't trust them. We found it out. I mean, we've seen which ones. There's very few of them that are you can trust. Very few. You can tell by the Lincoln Project guy. He goes after Trump harder than anybody. If Trump wins this election, that dude will have to leave the country. And all the people that are on the bulwark, most of them are all ex-conservatives, but they are never Trumpers. They're always never. They've been never Trumpers. So I don't know if y'all watch that channel, The Bulwark. It's one of my favorite channels. They have been doing a little panicking over Biden the last couple of weeks, which has been kind of getting on my nerves. But they're conservatives. They got to do some pearl clutching, or they just don't know what to do with themselves. But all right, come over and join us over there at Joe's channel in like 26 minutes. Okay, and I'm gonna end this so I can get a few things done before the end. Thanks for joining us. Bye.